So we are going to do multiplying fractions and mixed numbers. This follows the brownie pan lesson. So if you did not do the brownie pan lesson, I need you to go do that first. That was yesterday. So what we learned was that you cannot just multiply straight across when you have mixed numbers. Okay? You have to make sure you make those mixed numbers improper because you have to consider the whole number in front when you are multiplying. You can't just bring it across, okay? So make sure mixed numbers and whole numbers are changed to improper. I don't know why this writing is so big. Improper fractions, okay? Now the next thing we're going to talk about is something you're probably going to understand, but you just might not have used this terminology. And I always say look for relationships between numerators and denominators to try to simplify the fractions. So you're looking basically to see if there's common factors where you can simplify, okay? Once you do that, you can use the new numbers and you multiply the numerators. We do not cross multiply. And then you multiply the denominators, okay? The only time you will see us cross multiplying in this room is when we solve equations. We will not do it for anything else, okay? Once you do that, go on and check to see if you can simplify further. You will be able to simplify further if you missed a relationship somewhere, okay? And then if your final answer is improper, divide to make your answer a mixed number, okay? So I am going to copy this and put it on a different page as we do the next step, okay? Clipboard, put that over here. And we are going to do the problem 3 3/4 times 3/5. So first step, make it improper. Texas. We've been doing this on our practice sheets. 4 times 3, 12. 12 plus 3, 15 over 4 times 3/5. Since this is just a regular fraction, we do not have to make that improper. There's nothing to make it improper with. Okay? So, relationships. Here's what I mean by a relationship. 3 and 4. 3 is prime. 4 is not. These don't have common factors. Most of the time, our relationships are going to be diagonal. Okay? The relationship between these two is 5. Because this number divides by 5 and this number divides by 5. Hopefully most of you can see that. If you're good with your tables, you're going to see that. 5 divided by 5, 1. 15 divided by 5, 3. Okay? You cannot do side-by-side relationships. So this is it. There's no more relationships. So now multiply the numerators. 3 times 3, I know you know that quick, is 9. 4 times 1. And then we are going to divide to make this a mixed number. So 9 divided by 4. 4 into 9. 2, right? 8. I have 1 left. Okay, that goes on top. Over, the denominator is 4, it doesn't change. So my answer is 2 and 1/4. Okay? So we make it improper. No finding a common denominator because we do not need the same size pieces when we're multiplying. Remember, multiplying is doing groups of things generally, or taking part of something. Okay? So number 4 is -7/12 times 8 over 21. Now, hopefully you know the reason that this problem is in here is because we have a negative. So we have to make sure we're practicing with that. Since this is not mixed, we do not need to look for a relationship. However, since I have a negative, I am going to do the triangle problem. I am going to do a triangle, so I'm going to do this to the side actually, so that I have enough room to show my relationships. I have a negative, I have a positive. I have a negative, I have a positive. So my answer is going to be negative. I am putting that there because I know I will forget. I'm going to tell you I'm going to forget. I know, because I'm doing all this other math, I will forget. So now again, we're going to look for a relationship. So I'm basically looking this way or this way. Do you see a relationship between either of these or both of them? So again, 7 and 21, there's a relationship. Don't tell me the relationship is 3. The relationship is 7, because 7 divides by 7 and 21 divides by 7. 7 divided by 7 is 1. 21 divided by 7 is 3. Now, you could say there's a relationship of 2 here. That's true. If you do, you will still have to simplify further because there's actually a bigger number that they will both divide by, and that is 4. 8 divided by 4, 2. 12 divided by 4, 3. 1 times 2, 3 times 3, 9. And I'm going to box this with my sign. You do not want to forget your sign. It's super important. Okay, so now I'm going to delete this page. Feel free to pause it if you need to. Okay, and then, trying to see something here. That's not what I wanted to do. Let's see, where did it go? So my page went away for a second, so I'm going to copy this and put it on the next page. Okay, so clipboard, I'm going to put it here so we can see the directions, okay, or the steps. Okay, so again, before I even start, guys, there is a negative here, and I know me, I will forget this. I have a negative, I have a positive. Negative, positive, I'm going to go ahead and put my negative here so I don't forget. I'm just going to tell you I will forget. Okay, so everything else is the same. Mixed numbers, we need to make them improper. Texas, Texas. So 5 times 5, 25. 25 plus 2, 27. Then 9 times 1, 9 plus 2 is 11 over 9. Now look for my relationships. So 5, 11, these are both prime, so there's not going to be a relationship here, okay? 9 and 27, however, there is, right? What do both of these divide by? They both divide by 3. If you say that, you're good. However, a better number is 9. If you use 3, you'll still have to simplify further. So let's use 9. 9 divided by 9. 27 divided by 9. Is 3. So the relationship, guys, is 9 because 9 divides into both of those numbers. Okay? So now multiply the numerators. 3 times 11. 5 times 1. And so now I'm going to make it mixed because this is improper. And I know I cannot simplify further just by looking here. So I'm not going to list these because these are 5s. I know you can do this in your head. 5 times 6 is 30. So the whole number is 6. I have 3 left. Remember, that goes on top. And the denominator is 5. So 6 3/5, and I'm putting that next to that negative sign that I already had. Okay? Last problem, and then you're going to work on some by yourself. So let's look at number 5. First step, make sure they are improper. Texas, Texas. 5 times 4, 20. 20 plus 4, 24. I'm going to move this out of the way. Y'all don't have to do that because I know you have limited space. 24 over 5 times 11 times 2 is 22 plus 8 is 30 over 11. Okay? Look for relationships. So let's look. 11 is prime. It doesn't work with 24 or 30. 5 is prime. It doesn't work with 24, but it does work with 30. So the relationship here will be 5. They both divide by 5. 5 divided by 5, 1. 30 divided by 5, 6. Okay, so these are bigger numbers this time, okay, because there's not a relationship here. So I'm going to actually show this work to the side. So I need to do 24 times 6. If I don't know my 6's, guys, write them to the side. 24, 6 times 2, 12, plus 2, 14. So I have 100, let me switch that, 144 over 11. The good news is 11 is an easy number to work with, right? So make sure you're writing small so you can fit this. 144 divided by 11. So I'm not going to make my 11s either because those are easy. 11 won't go into 1, but 11 will go into 14. 1 time, multiply. How much do I have left? 3. Bring down the 4. Now start back over with division. 11 into 34. 3, which is 33. How much do I have left? 1 over 11. So I'm coming back over here. I'm just double checking to make sure I did not have a sign anywhere there, and I don't. They're all positive. So my answer is 13 and 1 over 11. Okay? So now y'all are going to try the next one by yourself.